Hi, this is Nadia Askar, Multimedia Group Editor for the Plumbing Brands magazines, and I'm here with
Halimi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Flo Technologies, and I'm joined by our plumber in residence, Tim Brock.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Hi, thank you both for joining us. So let's jump right into our first question. What was the leak detection space like before IoT?
Yeah, so before there was the Internet of Things and smart devices, leak detection was a lot of just trying to listen to see if you had a leak and maybe getting a really annoying water bill. There really wasn't much technology out there. I think the first technology was placing maybe puck sensors around your home, and there would perhaps be an audible sound as a sensor actually made contact with water. The problem with those technologies is you literally need like hundreds of them around your house if you're going to adequately protect it. And even then, if it caught, the leak, even if it was happening behind the wall or underneath the slab of the home, which would be unlikely, in that case, you still wouldn't be able to shut off the water. And, even as technologies got better with the early IoT solutions, I think it was a lot of just noticing if the water was running for too long of a period of time with some kind of a whole home sensor. So where we are today, the state of IoT is really like we're at leak detection 2.0, which I think is really all about preventing catastrophic water damage in homes and preventing leaks, which is what we do with our system.
Okay. Yeah, and it also helps, I'm sure, like if you're not home, because before IoT, if you weren't home and to hear that sound.
Yeah, it would be really awful at that point. I mean, I experienced catastrophic water damage in my own home. Smart home technologies were available back in 2007, and I walked into the front door to experience what it was like to have catastrophic water damage. I mean, it looked like it was raining in the middle of my living room as the water supply line, a connector on the second floor, bursted while we were out of town and cost $300,000 worth of damage to our home. It is awful, and what most people don't realize is it's actually the most common homeowner's insurance claim that's preventable. It's twice as likely that you'll have water damage in your home than fire and theft combined. So I think having these technologies now available for our homes is really important.
Yeah, and I could see this, so like from an installer perspective, adding leak detection to a plumbing business seems like it's a pretty easy go, and to convince homeowners, one save from this device pays for itself almost.
Oh, absolutely. The average homeowner's insurance claim for water damage is around $8,000 to $10,000. Not to mention the fact that water is becoming a lot more expensive. So even if you have a leak and it doesn't cause water damage, once your water bill gets over a certain rate in many areas, they tier water use. And so it's not uncommon if you even have a broken sprinkler head or something to get $1,000 water bill. And so it's nice to be able to, avoid having those, headaches. You have the peace of mind knowing that your home is protected. You can save a lot of money on your water bill. And also, because these technologies are now kind of proven to help avoid this catastrophic water damage in homes, that most homeowners insurance companies will now even give you a discount on your premium for having these technologies installed, very similar to having like an alarm or a smoke detector. You can get a discount for having this type of technology. So I think from the professional's perspective, it's nice to be able to offer a product, install a product that really adds this much value that you can just explain to the homeowner how this really does pay for itself.
Yeah, and it's fairly easy to install from the video that I have. When the contractor came to install it at my house, it seemed pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Tim is our man on that, so I'll let Tim take that one.
Yeah, so the device is pretty compact. It can be installed in pretty much any orientation as long as the direction and flow is correct. It's only about 6 inches in length. And I can tell you that the device is really simple to install. It comes with NPT threaded tail pieces, so it can adapt to almost any piping material. And what's great about this device, I can tell you from one of the first ones I've installed, that leak prevention, where it has a health test that will shut the system off and do a pressure decay test to monitor to see if there's any small leaks that may be in the home. One of the first ones I installed, I put it on the home, and the home was failing that health test. This guy had just bought his home. It was on a slab foundation. He had put new hardwood floors in. We were able to find out that he actually had a slab leak, a pinhole leak, before the water had come up. It didn't cause any damage. We were able to do a one-line bypass and save that homeowner tons of headaches and money just by having that Flo device installed.
Okay. And Tim, how easy has it been to add that to your business? The technicians have to be trained on that, on how to install it, how to sell it, or is it pretty easy?
Honestly, it's really simple. It's no different than putting in a pressure reducing valve. It's double union, which makes it really easy to put in. It can handle, it does need power, but the good news is that Flo also offers low voltage extension cords, because there's not always power near where the device gets installed on the main water line after the manual shutoff valve, and there's a pressure reducing valve after that. But with these low voltage extension cords, we're able to find power up to 30 feet, 40 or 50 feet away, which makes it really easy for us installers to install the device. Quite nice.
All right. And is this only for residential? I mean, could this also be for like a restaurant or some, small light commercial, even maybe somebody's actual plumbing business itself?
You're definitely asking at the right time. So up until now, we've had one 3¼ inch device available, which is, appropriate for somewhere around 80 to 90% of U.S. homes. Mm-hmm. But beginning next week, we're offering a 1¼ inch device, which is designed for larger homes, but also for light commercial applications as well. And that'll be available on our website beginning next week.
All right. And so then that leads me to my next question. What does the future of leak detection space look like maybe 10, 20 years from now, with how rapidly smart homes are being adapted and technology is changing?
Yeah, I think we're really just at the start of a very exciting kind of revolution. Like I said before, this is kind of leak detection 2.0, where we're moving from identification of leaks to prevention of leaks from happening. So I think in the future what you're going to see is various water fixtures and appliances in the home kind of talking to each other and, kind of working in concert to avoid water damage from happening. And even if you imagine things that happen like freezing pipes or high pressure, these are a lot of the root causes of catastrophic water damage. So in the future, you're going to see more and more smart devices being installed in the home that will work in a thoughtful way that together will just avoid the damage from happening in the first place, and will notify you when there's a leak, where there's a leak, how to fix it. So if you're a DIYer, do-it-yourself kind of person, want to do it yourself, maybe you can, but most likely, it's going to be automatically generating leads back to the plumbing professional, who will have like a built-in lead generation device whenever they install one of these systems. Mm-hmm. And we'll just give them an alert. We'll ping them when they can go back and provide great service to their homeowner and, being the hero. And so we're just starting with that today, but, these devices are pretty incredible because they just get updated, but over the air. They're like, little computers that stay connected to the Wi-Fi. So there's always going to be more updates that we push out to the system, and that's just going to bridge the relationship between the homeowner and the plumbing professional even more.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's actually all the questions I have, but do you guys have anything you want to add?
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to also say was that, there's very few kind of smart home devices that add as much value as we're adding. Like if you think about, the generations of smart home devices. Some of them are, making doorbells smarter, and now we have video doorbells, or it's making thermostats smarter, and now you can control your thermostat from your phone. But really, on the home water supply line, this is a first-of-its-kind kind of device, and it's pretty amazing how much value it actually has, with how much money it can save, how much emotional hardship it can avoid. And, we're so confident in our product that we actually offer a guarantee that by having our device installed in your home, if you work with our Flo Protect program, we'll actually guarantee that you won't have water damage. And if you do, we'll reimburse you for your out-of-pocket homeowner's insurance deductible. So I don't know how many smart home devices, if any, can provide that kind of guarantee that they actually meet what they claim in terms of the value proposition. So I think for the plumbing professional, that means that they have something that they can feel good about offering their customers that's a no-brainer, that actually, stands behind its own value proposition with a guarantee. I don't think that there are many products out there like that.
Right. Yep. Definitely something to keep in mind when deciding which to go with. So thank you both for your time, and thank you everybody for listening.